Alright guys, welcome back to Conquer and Commander. Today we're going to be looking at a game featuring my Heartless Hidetsugu deck. The complete deck list, go to puremtgo.com, look up my article series Conquer and Commander, and hopefully I'll also have a link to the complete deck list in the video description as well. Let's just jump right into it and take a look at our opponents, shall we? First up, we've got Bosh, Iron Golem. Another mono-red artifact type deck, so I'm obviously going to have to worry a little bit about playing stuff like Gauntlet of Might and Gauntlet of Power. Haven't seen too many Bosh decks, so it'll be interesting to see what Bosh comes out with. Then we've also got Melek, Izzet Paragon, and the cool thing about this deck is that this guy said he basically used my Dragonstorm deck that I used with Melek as the basis for his deck, and he actually improves upon the deck a little bit with a couple of the dragons he picks. So it's cool to see this deck in action because I really liked playing that deck. Finally, we've got Jarad, Golgari, Lich Lord, and obviously Golgari shenanigans with some graveyard recursion and sacrificing of stuff. So gotta watch out for Jarad. Let's take a look at my hand. Right now I've got Gauntlet of Might and only one mountain, and especially because of the Gauntlet with Bosh out there, I want something better. So I'm going to go ahead and send that back. Let's actually move you down here real quick. Actually, I hope I sent this back. Pretty sure I did. Oh crap, I kept it. Why would I keep this hand? Because of Soul Ring, I guess? I don't know. That's ballsy. I must not have realized that Bosh was in this group and just saw the Soul Ring. But it's also got Furnace of Wrath, which is good with Hidetsugu as well. So anyways, Melek starts off. My play space is up here. It's Sacred Foundry art. This happens sometimes. So Bosh has first turn Soul Ring. I have first turn Soul Ring into Mind Stone, so I ramp even faster than Bosh. Jarad plays a Bayou. Izzet Signet for Melek. Bosh, nothing going. Hidetsugu, I hide away my Spine Rock Knoll and put Greaves under it, or Sculpting Steel under it. Then I gamble for Basilisk Collar and then play Mana Vault and Basilisk Collar. And what I want to do is be able to play Hidetsugu next turn and put the Collar on him, and then the following turn play Furnace of Wrath. I'll just let you know that doesn't happen. Jarad does nothing. Melek does nothing. Bosh plays Shimmermere. And then does nothing. Oh wait, no. Ring of Gix. Ah, this is it. Ring of Gix is not one that I'd really thought of or had seen much of. And he uses it to tap my Mana Vault, which slows me down considerably. So I leave the Mana Vault tapped. And then I go ahead and play Hidetsugu, and I figure, okay, it's going to slow me down a little bit, but not a ton. So Jarad plays Phyrexian Arena. Melek plays Mystifying Maze and does nothing. Bosh plays the Upkeep for the Ring of Gix, and so this is what I do here. I pay to untap the Mana Vault, and in response he taps it back down again. I'm like, God damn it, it's really frustrating. So fine, I go ahead and equip the Hidetsugu, and I use the ability, and I go up to 98, knocking everybody down to 20. And then Jarad plays a Slum Reaper, which is going to slow me down by making me sacrifice Hidetsugu. Bosh flashes out Iron Mirror so that Shimmermere can stay out there. Slum Reaper, yeah. So anyhow, that kind of wipes the board. Melek plays Thirst for Knowledge, discarding Oblivion Stone. And then plays Melek. There's Pongify out there. So now I can't even play Hidetsugu because I don't want it Pongified. So this time I don't untap. I don't untap the Mana Vault. And then he taps down my Soul Ring with the Ring of Gix. God, you know, I never realized this card could be so annoying, and I was so frustrated this game. Alright, fine. So, well, I remember I was like, how did I draw 2 cards? I sacrificed the Mind Stone so that I could start drawing something. And I played Swiftfoot Boots. Okay. Armillary Sphere for the Jarad player. It's a little surprising from a green deck. Bosh flashes out Kuldotha Forge Master. And I'm like, I kind of thought that, like, with the Forge Master out there and Pongify on the top of his library, he could have Pongified both the Shimmermere and the Forge Master. But the Melek player held off on that for a little bit. Forge Master doesn't get anything right away. Fine, I leave the Mana Vault tapped, and I take another point of damage, and I play Steel Hellkite. Luckily, the Bosh player didn't tap down anything with Ring of Kicks. Alright. So I play the Steel Hellkite, I put the boots on it, and that's when the Pongify comes out. Alright, fine. Well, now I can play Hidetsugu, and I get an ape. Yay. Armillary Sphere gets cracked, and the arena is slowly ticking away at Jarad. There's Swiftfoot Boots from him, and Leyline of the Void. It's not necessarily problematic for me. It's just frustrating, especially now that I got Trading Post in my hand. Jarad has Jace on top of his library. He sacrifices the Ghost Quarter to on his own land to shuffle his library, and he gets Drain Power on the top of his library, and he uses the Drain Power on Bosh. Unfortunately, there's nothing cooler on the top of his library, and he can't really double it up on anybody else because I'm tapped out and the Jarad player's tapped out. However, the Bosh player taps all his mana and flashes out Molten Steel Dragon, and then sacrifices a bunch of stuff to the Forge Master to pull Mere Battlesphere out there, and then uses the Ring of Gix to tap down the Izzet Signet, which, you know, Melek taps in response. So Melek really only gets like 1 mana out of the whole deal. A little frustrating. But he does have Blasphemous Act, and he wipes the board. And all this stuff gets removed from the game because of Leyline of the Void. So, luckily, Blasphemous Act is good at wiping the board, and now starting over, and then Bosh concedes. He just sort of disappears, which is a little bit of a bummer, but, you know, that's just something that happens. There's Hidetsugu. There's Jarad. Let's move everything around so that we can see a little better. But I don't have to worry about Ring of Gix tapping me down anymore, and I'm happy about that. So I go ahead and... Oh, this is I clicked, and I was going to untap the Mana Vault, and I misclick, and I tap the mana, but I don't actually untap anything. So that screws me, because I could have played Hidetsugu or something like that turn. Possibly. I'm not sure. And even if I didn't, I could have played Furnace of Wrath. Or Warhammer, or something. I don't know. It was a mistap. It screwed me up. Jarad comes out. He gets the boots, and he attacks me. That's fine. I drop down to 92. Coral Atoll comes out and bounces land, and Melek does nothing. I draw a mountain. I finally play Hidetsugu, and I put the boots on him, but he gets Echoing Truthed by the Melek player and bounced. Okay, fine. So Jarad plays Nath of the Gilt Leaf, which is semi-problematic because it's gonna... I haven't gotten any sort of card draw or anything. And spawning... Okay, this is the real kicker. Spawning Pit is going to be problematic. And you'll see in a little bit. And I get attacked, and I drop down to 88. That's fine. So Melek plays Fabricate, grabs Mana Crypt, plays it, and then plays Mind's Desire and copies it with Increasing Vengeance. So he's got like a storm count of like 4 or something. 2, 4, something. I don't know. He gets Factor Fiction, which draws him a few more cards. Okay, so crap, I screwed up here. So the problem is that he is able to play Mana Geyser, which is one of the cards that he reveals, but it gives him 14 red mana. But the Snapcaster Mage can't play anything else because all the other stuff has blue in it. So, but with the 14 red mana, he is able to do something here. He plays Mana Vault and then Snapcasters, but he doesn't have any more blue mana. So then he plays the Hellkite, Outfire Hellkite. He can't really do anything else. Okay, fine. So I draw Blasphemous Act. I'm fine with that. I play Hidetsugu. I put the greaves, or the boots on him. I sit back and I do nothing. Okay. So Nath targets me, and I have to discard Blasphemous Act. I'm not too sad about that at this point. What I really didn't want to have happen is Furnace of Wrath go away. Because again, I wanted to do the Warhammer and the Furnace. But I do lose the Blasphemous Act. Fine, whatever. This is when he tutors up with Diabolic Tutor, Grave Pact. And he's got a free sack outlet with Spawning Pit. And he sacrifices the little creature. I use Hidetsugu to kill or knock everybody down. I drop to 44. And both of these guys come after me. Jarad's at 7 and Melek's at 10. Melek, however, has Outfire Hellkite. And he's worried because he would rather not worry about the Grave Pact, so he wants to kill off the Jarad player first. Oh yeah, and he lost the coin flip to the Mana Crypt, so he's down to 7 now. And then worry about me afterwards, because I don't have anything like Grave Pact available. And my Blasphemous Act is gone. So first he plays Call to Mind, and then he casts Thirst for Knowledge. He discards 2 cards, and that gives the Nath player, or the Jarad player, 2 more creatures to sacrifice. And then he plays Thundermaw Hellkite, which I missed in my original version of the deck. He goes into attack with both Hellkites, and he's going to get 2 red dragons. The Jarad player could have, I guess, sacrificed his warriors before they attacked so that the Melek player wouldn't get any Hellkites or any dragons, but he waited until now. So he sacrifices them, and Melek still has 2 dragons left. Or 1 dragon, my bad. So now I can't really like play any creatures because they're just going to die. So I'm going to actually play Godo. Oh, I remember now. Because I just wanted Nath gone because I don't want to... And this is fun too because he sacrifices Nath to the Spawning Pit to trigger Grave Pact. That gets rid of Godo, but with Godo's trigger on the stack, I can search up something with lifelink. What do I grab? Batterskull, which counts as a creature. That's awesome, right? And I can put the boots on it because I still have 1 mana untapped. The Jarad player goes to sacrifice Jarad to the Spawning Pit, but the problem is when he puts it back in the command zone, it doesn't actually die, and therefore it doesn't trigger the Grave Pact. So I still have my Batterskull out there. And I go ahead and attack him and knock him down to 3. And he's down to 2 because of Phyrexian Arena. And then he plays Abhorrent Overlord, which is going to give him plenty of sack options. And then he's going to put the boots on the Overlord. This is the promo version. It looks different than the original. All right. And he sacrifices a dude, and I have to get rid of my Batterskull Germ. The Overlord attacks me and knocks me down to 36. Melek plays Coalition Relic, and he's only got one card in hand. So I go ahead and untap my Mana Vault. I cycle my Forgotten Cave. I get another mountain. I got nothing going on. Essentially, I'm just going to let Phyrexian Arena kill off the Jarad player. He's down to 1, and he concedes. Okay. So this is where things go bad for me. He's down to 7, right? He doesn't have a whole lot of options. He's only got... He draws into a second card in hand. He plays a land. He plays Archaeomancer to get... Oh yeah, and I bounced the Batterskull back to my hand. Oh, he played it. He played Archaeomancer to get Pongify back to his hand. That's right. So I get Overblaze. Fine. So Pongify's out there. I play Batterskull. And I make a new Germ. Because I need him to use his Pongify before I can get Hidetsugu out there. I put the boots on it. He gives me an ape instead. With the Pongify, which is the idea. If I'd thought about it, what I would have done here, and this is really dumb, is I would have tapped the Mana Vault. I wouldn't have had enough mana. Would I have? No, I wouldn't have. I'm thinking about putting the Warhammer on the ape, and then putting the boots on it, and attacking, but I've got 1, 2, 3... 1, 2, 3. Yeah, see, I would have only been able to equip it, so this wouldn't work. He's got no cards in hand, by the way, and I attack with the ape. I give it Death Touch and Lifelink with the batters, with the Basilisk Collar. All right, fine. So I'm like, all right, great. I'm almost there. I got him. I'm at 39. I can do it right now. But he manages to top deck. Oh no, first he plays Melek. And the top card of his library is Scalding Tarn. Okay. Oh no, he doesn't do anything that turn. That's right. Maybe it's this turn. So I play Hall of the Bandit Lord. And then I play Hidetsugu. And I attack with my ape. And he plays Cyclonic Rift. That's what he does. He bounces everything. Ah! So I probably should have... yeah, I don't know. He would have rifted no matter what I did there. Like, it puts all the crap back in my hand. Fine. So then I play Mana Vault, and I play Soul Ring, and I play Swiftfoot Boots, and Basilisk Collar, and I'm planning on playing the Hidetsugu. Well, it doesn't matter, because this is the turn where he's down to 4. Time Spiral's on top of his library. So he's going to Time Spiral and generate 12 mana off that, because it happens twice. And in his hand is Dragonstorm. And that's the game. Because he's going to be able to generate 12 mana off that. He can even play Time Warp if he wants, because he's got plenty of mana right now. And then he'll have a decent storm count. And that's game. First he searches up... oh no, he doesn't... I think what he did was he tutored. That's right, he mystical tutored or something, and he put the Dragonstorm on top of the library. I think that's what happened. Oh, there's a bug. Ah! Yeah, there's a bug. Okay, so he went for a Scourge of Valkus, and then had like 4 more dragons, and that knocked me down a bunch. One of which was Hellkite Igniter, and then like it was like don't remember what the other two were. They were hasty. There was like Rorik's Bladewing and something else with haste, Hypersonic Dragon, and it was enough to kill me. Like he did all 40 damage at once. So Melek did what Melek was supposed to do. I wish it actually all played out. You could see everything, but I think there's definitely a bug because he won right here. Yeah. So anyways, I lost to Melek. I'm fine with that. I thought I had it all in the hand, but it didn't end up working out as much as I wanted it to. Oh, wait. Nope, there it is. It says a game ended in a draw. He won. All right. So, best laid plans. Hope you guys liked it. Thanks.